What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and we got a lot to cover today, guys. If you are glitched up with those top 100 rewards, this is where you want to be right now. If you are banned from the auction house and they haven't reset it yet, this is where you want to be. So look, pretty much right now, I'm going to explain to you guys what's going on. There was a bug, aka a glitch with like some bid system that was going on, and EA Sports has completely disabled the auction house for now while they fix it. So no, we're not all actually banned, we're just restricted right now until they fix the situation. If you even try to go over the auction house, it's gonna boot you out of the actual setting in that mode. All right, you can't even go over it. Like, they don't want anybody in the auction house right now. So it's not just you, all right? Everybody can't get in right now, so it's all good as far as that goes. Now, it's bad because the content that dropped, it affects everything. The new Jamar Gibbs with the crystals, all that stuff. Nobody can do anything unless you buy stuff from the store. And I'm going to tell you right now, do not spend $360 in the store while they are doing these type of things where you don't have access to the auction house. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, I was one of the lucky ones to actually get a card out of the, the season 1 of the rank rewards. A lot of people have not even gotten their cards. Now, for those of you guys that don't know about the glitch, last year, all you had to do was have the icon. Right? So I had the top 100 icon. I made the top 100 with like 3,900 points. It ended up being like 6,000 or 7,000 to be real top 100. And EA ended up giving me this card, the champion, which is not really that bad. Like, if you look at the overall viewpoint of everything, he's only one speed point slower than the other gold card, and he's free. So it's not really that bad. Obviously, you're not going to get that deep in zone KO if you were looking for like more of a zone coverage. Some of you guys were telling me in the comments that you run more of a cover 2 shell. So if you were doing that, you're not going to get that from it. Like, you get the flat zone, that's it. But for me, I'm using him with lurk artists, and he 100% works with lurk artists. So I'm good in that regard. I don't know, for everybody that's playing right now, like what you guys are all looking for, but it works very, very well for me. So I'm going to leave it the way that I have it with the lurk artist, and that's all he's going to get in that situation. But if you are one of those people that, probably were able to get a gold one, you know what I'm saying? Like the top 100 one, because like I said, if you probably were close to the top 100, they would probably still give it to you. But I'm going to show you, because I actually, kept the clip when they did it to me with what happened. So you're going to be able to see, I had the top 100 logo, right? And I thought I was good. I'm like, yo, everything is good, whatever. And you're going to see that season recap at the top. For those of you guys that don't see season recap and you have the logo, if you play another game, you're definitely not going to get the top 100 card. It happened to me last year as well. All right. So I'm just letting you guys know that. After you do that, right? Once you, whether or not you have the logo or your champion or whatever, these are the 3 cards. So they pretty much glitched it all out. And right now, even if you had the logo, it doesn't work like it did last year. You're pretty much done. You're going to have to be somewhere close to the top 100, if not in the actual top 100, in order to get the cards going forward. But now we know that. So now we know if we want one of the cards, we're going to have to actually be in the top 100, which is going to be a hassle because it's a full month of playing. And to be honest, most of the cards are really outdated by the time you get there. So it's not really that big of a deal. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is the obvious way, right, that you guys have to understand about, going forward with it, okay? Once you go and you start doing ranked, you're going to have to play ranked all of the time, all right? And that's what makes it bad, which is why I jumped to head-to-head seasons after I made top 100, because you just don't want to keep playing because the game itself is torturing us. And then it's like, bro, do I really want to keep doing it? Because a lot of this stuff is just really, really wild. If they were to give me a card that was really, really good, like last year when they gave us Calvin Johnson, I was number 7 in the top 100. And I didn't care. I played it every day because I wanted the Calvin. But with these cards, it's like, I don't really care about it type thing. So whatever. But you can also remember, right? You can just wait and buy the card. Like if you're loaded with coins or whatever, you can just let everybody else do the work and just buy the card also with the top 100 card. But they're going to be about like 10 million coins. Like that's what Calvin was last year when I got him. And I was able to sell him for like 8 million before they dropped an identical one. So I'm just letting you guys know, based on the way that ranked is right now, we're going to discuss it with, my stream, and we're going to figure out what we want to do going from there. All right. These are the cards that have been dropped for the next season 2 of Ranked. Jamal Charles, he's going to be 94 speed with the +3. I don't know if it's worth more than Jamar Gibbs right now, because Jamar Gibbs goes to a 93 speed, the Crystal player. So do you want to play a full season of Ranked for a running back? Dude, I don't know. I'm asking you guys, bro. Like, do you really want to do that? I don't think that it makes much sense. I don't think it's a proper use of our time, simply for the fact that Jamar Gibbs is going to be there, and you're probably going to be able to get Jamar probably for like 3 million, right? Meanwhile, these cards are going to be going for like 10. So you got to figure out how you want to do it. And there's nothing really major about it. Like, he's not getting Phenom or nothing like that. Yeah, he gets a 32 team chems, but so does Jamar Gibbs. So I'm not going to tell my viewers to be like, yo, just go, grind out rank. Like, no, this guy is going to be 90 speed, and you can put him at D tackle, and he gets all the good abilities. He gets the edge threat elite. So, I think Teddy Hendricks also gets this as well, the top 100 one. So we're probably going to buy him and test it out because I have the other one. But I don't know about him either, because by the time this drops, we're going to be done with Most Feared, and we already know the leak that we're getting LT. So Lawrence Taylor, for all intents and purposes, might play better than this guy. So what would be the point? Well, I guess a 32 team chem, because he'd be 90 speed, and they're probably gonna make LT like 86. So that could be like the determining factor with it. He obviously gets a lot of good interior threat, all that other stuff. So that'll be the only factor. But we all know, right? If you contain and spread your D line, they jump out to the outside. So with 86 speed, you're not going to get there anyway. So that could also be something that determines whether you go through it. Now, Njoku is actually good. He gets trash abilities. Let's not get crazy about it. Like, his abilities are trash, but he's going to be 90 speed. That's going to be wild. Like, if you play like any kind of U trips, Y trips, bunch, and you got a tight end that is, he's that fast, and you just streak him with like a post in the corner, he's more than likely running past everybody at the tight end spot. Because I don't think, for the most part, in a lot of the packages, you can move a wide receiver to where the tight end is right now. You probably will be able to glitch it later, but again, I'm not sure if you can, but that's going to be really good. Not only that, you can put him on the outside at 6'3" and see how you are with like trying to moss dudes. I do prefer 6'4" though. Personally, I think that's more or less what we should be looking for, but it's up to you. Whatever you guys decide to do, I'm fine with it, but I don't know if I can say play a whole season of Ranked. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. But like I said, we could get into it and figure it out later. But if you are going to be selecting your top 100 player for season 1 in Ranked, I guess you could probably, he's going to be 93 speed, still one of the faster corners in the game. I do expect Most Feared to give us at least a 92. You know what I'm saying? So again, when you're picking, you got to be careful, because I will tell you this. I played a game earlier today where I did not drop a pick with Teddy Hendricks after I raged about Lurk Artist not working. Do I think they patched it or did something crazy with it to make sure he catches picks? It's possible, but it does work. If you look at Malik Neighbors, he goes to a 93 speed. If you want right now, you can have Devontae Adams at a 92 speed also. And also, I think there's another wide receiver that's also going to be that speed. If you get the lower level champion, you get a 92 speed player of that Neighbors also. And then this is obviously the top 100 version, but he's only 1 speed slower. And I showed you my card at 88. He would be 89. Is it really that big of a difference at 89 speed? I don't think so, but he does get edge threat elite and the deep end zone KO. Like I said, if you're playing that middle coverage and you're trying to go ahead with a cover 2 scheme. So that's something that you may want to consider. Obviously with the way that it works, I do want people to be more comfortable with their choices, because if you get the champion card, he's not sellable. So you got to pick the right one. And I'm just showing you that it's literally 1 speed point off. That's it. So you make the decision based on your team and you go from there. That is it. Anything else that comes from it, it doesn't really matter. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? If you want Malik Neighbors at 92 speed and Devontae Adams at 92 speed right now, you're probably going to get a lot of wins, because there's not a lot of fast corners that are available to deal with them right now. So you do what's best for you. And like I said, special thanks to all my members that are still showing me love and support. We are streaming exclusively on Twitch, so follow GmiasWorld on Twitch today. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a blessed day. Stay well. Until next time. One love, y'all.